The 2017 TV season is kicking off with an intriguing new drama starring Tom Hardy. It's going to be airing on FX in the United States, but it's a BBC co-production, and it also will be airing on BBC simultaneously. Actually, the premiere will air a couple days early over in the UK. Now, this is created by Stephen Knight, who you will know best for creating Peaky Blinders, but also is co-created with Tom Hardy and his father, Chips Hardy. And this really is a Tom Hardy show through and through. If you love his material, if you loved Locke, if you love really like the movies that show off sort of his DNA, what he's going for, this should capture you right off the bat. Maybe you aren't as familiar with it, if you aren't as big into period dramas, then maybe this will be a little bit more difficult to get into, especially in the first episode. Now, it follows Tom Hardy's character, James Delaney, as he returns from Africa, where he was thought dead. It's the turn of the century, 19th century, and he comes home and finds out that his father is dead and that he's inherited, again, thought dead, so this is sort of throwing a wrench in everyone else's plan with his father's inheritance, and he inherits this piece of land near Vancouver that is very pivotal in the ongoing conflict between the new United States of America and the British Crown, and sort of acting as the antagonist to Tom Hardy's character is the East India Trading Company, which is viewed very much in a negative light here, sort of as like an evil corporation. It's clear that there is more going on beneath the surface with this conflict between James Delaney and the East India Trading Company, but we haven't quite gotten to it yet. And that's sort of the main problem with the premiere. It introduces a lot of conflict that it's clear is important and relevant, but doesn't spend a lot of time explaining to the audience what they're seeing. And I've seen the first 3 episodes, not getting into spoilers, but by the end of the 3rd episode, I went back and watched the premiere. It made a lot more sense. But watching the premiere on its own, it can be a bit difficult to get into. And so my advice is, if you're intrigued by what you're seeing here, even if you feel like a lot of it's going over your head, just have patience. This is sort of like built off the Netflix streaming model, where you get a few episodes in and suddenly, after you're binging it, you're gonna understand a lot more of what you're seeing. This is going to be airing week to week, but it's only 8 episodes long, so it's not that long of a commitment. And we can assume sort of the good faith you're putting into the show is that by the 8th episode, the journey will be worth it, and when you go back and you rewatch the premiere or the whole series, you're gonna have all this new context and everything will make a lot more sense. So those are my thoughts on Taboo. It is intriguing. I would say keep watching if you're intrigued at the beginning. If it doesn't grab you and it just totally doesn't feel like it's for you, then there's plenty of other great TV out there, and we'll be covering it here at IGN. So for more on Taboo, Tom Hardy, and everything else in the peak TV era, keep it here at IGN.